Hey, hello everyone. Hope everyone is well today. I'm back again with another what I sold on eBay video about 5 items with lots of tips and tricks. Hey, I'm Paul Apolloni. I've been selling on eBay what feels like forever, 20 plus years. Do eBay training, sell a lot of consignment items, items I found in the trash on the side of the road, stuff I've gotten through garage selling and thrifting. I don't do a whole lot. I need to do more garage selling. Thrifting, I don't know, it's just the prices are kind of high, and I don't want to get into that big debate why they're getting higher, but I need to get there at least do more garage selling. There definitely is more of that down here in Florida now where I'm living. So before I forget, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Appreciate every one of you guys and gals. 1,418, I think I've got now. Thank you so much. If you subscribe, hover over that subscribe button and click the bell icon, I think it is now. It used to be the all icon back in the day. I've been saying that forever. I just looked and I thought I saw a bell. That gives you all the videos, and please like this video if you get any information out of it, which I hope you do. Again, we're going to go over 5 items. I'm going to try and be more exact of what I made off these items. These profits off of these items are going to be all over the place. I sell a lot of one-offs, meaning one of a kind. I don't do a lot of multiples. Just the mailman sitting in front of my house. I don't know why. He's driving by. Okay, good. So let's get the show on the road. Before I forget, I do run the Southwest Florida eBay Meetup Group. It's eBay Ecom. Trying to rebuild it. It used to be the Raleigh eBay Ecom Meetup Group, and just kind of starting over with this down here. We meet on Zoom, so Zoom format online, Thursdays, 3 p.m. till 5 p.m. every second Thursday of the month, not every Thursday. So please join in there. We get people from all over the place. A lot of eBay sellers, some other platforms too, but mainly eBay we focus on. All right, let's get this going here. What do we got? We got more Blu-rays. I told you in my last video about, let me shrink this. You see my ugly mug, big enough as it was. Um, they seem to sell really, really well. I probably, people think sometimes when something sells really, really quick, you didn't price it high enough. A lot of times people have, like, somebody probably has bulk Blu-ray comedies or drama in their search, and it dings them when something new is listed. That's what happens a lot of times. I'd list these things, and I sold a lot of these. I had 2 boxes of Blu-rays from a consignment deal I got. Unfortunately, the 2 people that I was doing consignment with passed on a long time ago. I was kind of wondering why I didn't hear back from them. I just found that out a little while ago. So it would be a 50-50 split if I was doing consignment. Used to be a tiered system up to 100. It was 50-50. Then it went down after 100. But I found myself spending more time on trying to sell items over $100 than under $100. So it's a 50-50 split now. If it's a really expensive item, I do some adjustment with the split. But so real quick, these did sell. I just bulked them up in a lot of 12. I actually did a sell similar, found a few, and I just basically copied what the listing was. Pictures are done on my phone on a white background. Well, I use a sheet. They're done in my laundry room. Seems like the lighting is the best there. Um, you don't need to use a white background anymore. I know over the years it was doesn't matter what the background is. Then it was white background. Every picture has to be white background. Then it was your main picture has to be white background. I forget what they call that main picture now. Everything else can be whatever. Now I'm hearing it doesn't matter what the background is. I just keep on using a white background unless if it's a white item. Um, and it's important. Well, it was important for Google Shopping. I don't think it's important now. But and some people will use a program to white out the background. I personally, just my own view, feeling, I think it makes the item look fake, but that's just me. A lot of people using it, so it's probably just me. Uh, Title is using eBay's best practices, no special characters in there. I always use the condition description, which I it's can't use it in when you're doing when you're doing Blu-rays or DVDs. Condition is always one below what I believe it is, and these were in really, really good condition, but I put good. Return thing is $8.99. These are went out media mail. Supposedly they're getting rid of media mail, so you'll have to ship these out post office ground advantage, which is pretty cheap, probably a couple bucks more than media mail. Real quick, item specifics are very, very, very important. Um, Use them only if they pertain to your item. Now, I went a little crazy with this, and I think this is why I sold these. I probably spent an extra few minutes looking at each DVD and getting the main actors off the DVD and putting them physically typing them into item specifics, and maybe that's why these sold really quick. And I also did this on this one. I took all the titles and put them in here. Maybe that's why they sold really quick, but I don't know. But I also sold other lots really quick that I didn't have this information in. So I don't know. Whatever. But I mean, when I mean quick, I mean I sold these within an hour, which I was happy with. They were sitting there, they were taking up room. I'm really trying to treat inventory like the enemy. I want to get something. I'm going to lie a little bit here. I want to list it right away, which I don't. I want to sell it and get rid of it. But once I list it, I want to get rid of it. I don't want things hanging around. I don't want to dicker back and forth with, like, if somebody made a best offer, and I got no best offers on these. People just bought them at the full price. If they would have said $25, I probably would have taken that. I used to go back and forth with best offers, but not anymore. What did I make on this? I'm sorry. I said I made, sorry about that. I'm trying to get more of an exact uh, earnings. I made 29.38. Shipping was 6.13. It went out media mail. Like I said, I think they're getting rid of media mail, so be careful with that, and be careful with your shipping media mail. Has to be magazines. Just look it up. Google what can I ship via media mail. There's all these stipulations and rules. So 6.13. Did I refund the person anything? Nope. Because a box. I had to use a little bit of cushioning in the box. These seem to fit into a nice small, I think it was 10 by 6 by 5 box or something. Kind of got them all wedged in there. I think I even threw in some extra Blu-rays too that I had. It's just trying to get rid of this stuff. What else here? I think that's it. I'm sure I'll give you more tips as we go on. More Blu-rays, $59.99. I did really well with these. These are 17 individual Blu-rays. Again, a mixed lot, comedy, drama. Just stop that. Um, let's see what I did here because I can't remember. Oh, here we go. I did put something. All Blu-rays are in good condition, somewhere from use. Please review all photos. I have that in every one of my listings. Yep, same thing. I took the main actors, and put them into this item specifics, and I took all the titles and put them there, and I made $53. Now, on all my items, I do use promoted listings. That's at the bottom when you're creating your listing. You'll see it's called promoted. It used to be called promoted listings. I forget what it's called now. They changed. Sorry about that. I don't do any more than 2%. eBay's going to recommend, 15, 10%, 5%, 20%. And I talk to people when I'm training them. I'm trying to sell on eBay, but the fees are so expensive because they're doing what eBay's recommend. Look, eBay's getting 12%, 13%, all depends what category you're shopping in. I just tell people 15% of your total cost, meaning what your item sold for plus the fee comes out of shipping too. They're getting a lot of money, so I'll give them 2% to promoter. Promoter gives it other um, options on eBay. When you're looking on eBay, you'll see other items listed while you're looking at other items. That's where that comes in. So I'll give them 2%, but no more than that. What else here? Oh, I think that's it. So I did pretty well on that. Again, if that was a consignment item, unfortunately these people are still alive. That would be, and my fee comes out of the sold price, not after uh, fees and everything. That comes out of their half. So what's that? Like $30 basically, 29.99, 29, whatever, 98. So that wouldn't even be bad for a consignment thing. It was quick list, quick pack, parts. I'm a huge parts seller. When in doubt, part it out. I love selling parts. It's one of my big niches that I love selling parts. This obviously is a blender, mixer, pitcher, whatever you want to call it. Pitcher, blender, pitcher thing. Sometimes these sell well, sometimes they don't. I sold the base for, I forget, probably $35, 40 some dollars, and I sold the top. Why am I getting rid of this? Well, we gave our future, we gave this sort of future son-in-law, who used the heck out of it. He says, make a lot of noise. So I went, okay. So when his birthday came around, we got him a better ninja thing, whatever it does, everything, chops, pops, whatever it does. Um, and I said, hey, since we're giving you that one, can I have the old one? He went, yeah, sure. So I took the old one. I cleaned up the base because it was pretty trashed. Um, and I sold that. And I had this, I thought I had this listed, but I didn't. I listed it and it sold pretty darn quick, probably within a week. Now, he said something was making noise. I don't know. I took a gamble on it. I figured, well, let me sell these two things. If one of them was making noise, I tested for leaks. It wasn't leaking. But parts do sell. Whenever you buy a new blender and you're replacing a blender, always look up the blender parts on eBay. Um, you can make a lot of money. I got tons of stories about parting out things. Bought a refrigerator for the garage, a used refrigerator in a garage for the garage with the used appliance place. They wanted $225. I was able to part out the old refrigerator I was replacing, but took the shelves and parted those out, the ice, whatever. Everything came to $200. So I almost made what the used refrigerator cost me in parts. Did they sell quick? No. Did I sell all of them? Yes. And I have a course on parting out a dishwasher. You can use that same course for parting out anything because it's just following the process. And there is money in parts. It's all on how you list it, how you use your item specifics, which is very important. You need, now in this one, I search like all over the place for whenever I'm selling parts, I always Google, like I'd be Ninja Chef Blender. Uh, this was a model number, CT800 parts list, parts diagram. I Google all this parts, Ninja Chef Blender, CT800 parts diagram, parts, whatever list. Um, I couldn't find anything. So I couldn't find any kind of part, but I did find on eBay, and I found two other places that these are all the blenders this thing fits. There is money in parts. What did I make on this? Not a whole lot of money. I made, again, it went out post office ground advantage, and I made, well, it cost me $13.46 to ship it, and I had $14.99 for shipping, so I made a little bit of money there. My time, my box, even if I get my box for free and I got my packing material for free, it's still my time getting all that stuff. Total, I made $29.94 on this. $30. Some people go, yeah, I'll take $30 all day long. No worries. I could have broken it out more. I could have sold the lid. I could have sold the bottom. You could do that too. There was no um, did the piece, like, I'm real crazy with pictures. There's the insert for the lid. There's the underneath. God, I had to clean this thing. It was trashed. There's the blades. I did my best cleaning it, but I also have in here may need additional cleaning. That covers my Battissimo in the listing. More, these are CDs. I've got boxes and boxes of CDs, bankers boxes of CDs from this couple. They were hoarders. I said, here, take these boxes of CDs and these Blu-rays and sell them for us. Well, unfortunately, they passed away before I got to selling them. It took me a very, very long time to get to these, and they were okay with that. Excuse me, kind of wet the whistle. Um, the more I'm not real familiar with selling CDs, so this is kind of a new venture for me. But I've watched a lot of YouTube videos. Like I hope you're learning from this one. And the CD collectors, and I'm using List Perfectly, which is there's a discount code for that down at the in my comments there in the description. There's a mastermind meeting every morning on that. You got to be a member of List Perfectly to join that, but it's awesome. Well worth, even that is well worth the price of List Perfectly. Basically, it's a program where you put your items in List Perfectly and you can propel them to different platforms. I mainly use it for storage, my items, because eBay will, after your item's sold, they don't keep it long like they used to. Back to this. A lot of collectors, they're saying don't group your CDs, sell them individually. A lot of collectors just want to buy one of the CDs. They don't want to buy the whole group. Okay, great. That's wonderful. Great advice. Um, but like what they were selling for individually were like $9 with free shipping, $7.50 with free shipping. Now I have listed, excuse me, a few CDs, $7.50, $8. Have I sold a few? Yes, I have. I don't make a whole lot of money on them. It's kind of a trickle effect, I guess you call it, or whatever. But there is money in CDs, believe it or not. People still collect them. There's a lot of groups on Facebook. You can sell them through Facebook. I just prefer to sell stuff through eBay. It's just my platform. What did I make on these? Probably not a whole lot. Did I get a best offer on this? Hang on. Nope, no best offer. So I sold them for what you see there, $24.99 plus shipping. Did they go out medium mail? Yes, they went out medium mail because they are a CD. With no advertising. Or 22.56 I made on these. These went out with a padded envelope, an eBay envelope, and I put another padded envelope around it. I also stated, you notice how jewel cases are broken. Collectors buy new jewel cases and replace jewel cases. I ain't doing that. But I do have it listed in the condition description. Jewel case is damaged. Please refer to last photo. And that's what that is. So that covers my butt. Again, there's the titles of the DVDs, of the CDs, which I think helps in selling stuff because people that brings up the search stuff. Next one. Okay, I did a video on this. Crash to cash. This was dump to cash. This is the second keyboard I sold. These are the raw things you got to look for, whatever you want to call them, the gems, the bolos. Everybody likes be on the lookout for. I'm not a big be on the lookout for. When I say be on the lookout for, I'm not going to flood the market. I'm not going to drain. I'm not going to lower the price. These aren't available. Like a lot of people with the thrift store stuff. Oh, I bought this for $1 and I sold it for $10,000, and I wonder why thrift stores are raising prices. But that's my own view on that. These are old keyboards. I was a computer programmer way back in the day in the 80s and 90s, and these are the keyboards we used back then. Why would somebody buy these? Because gamers use these. They love the clicky keyboards. I'm not a gamer. I have no idea what I'm really talking about. This is what people told me. These do sell. I have no idea if this worked very quickly. It's all in the video that I made from the trash to cash or dump to cash or whatever it was called. Um, I saw these at the dump. Technically, you're not supposed to take anything from the dump when I was in Raleigh. No one was there. The workers were preoccupied doing other things. I saw them sitting in a box. I went right in my car. Here are some other ones. You can see they're selling for good money. Sold them. It stated had no cord. This one sat forever. This one sat. I moved this down here. I actually sold it in Raleigh. And the guy went, "Oh wait, doesn't have a cord." After he bought it, he looked and went, "Oh, no cable." It says no cable right there. It says no cable everywhere. So he said, no, I don't want it. So I said, okay. So, but I left it packed up and I moved it down here and I did sell it eventually. But look, they're everywhere. They do sell. If you see these, grab them. Don't say nothing. Just grab them. I would even, oh God, if I saw these, and I'm not a big money spender, and I should be because you got to spend money to make money sometimes. Geez, I'd pay $30 for this if I saw it somewhere because I know I can make $100 easily. All right, my friends, that is it. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully I didn't take up a lot of time. I think I did again. I just like to give you guys a lot of information. Please don't forget, subscribe to my channel, like this video. I'd really appreciate that. You guys and gals have a great day. I'll see you next time. Thanks a lot.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Steve with Rake and Profit. I'm here with Paul, and I just want to shoot a quick testimonial for him because he's been one of my good friends for over, what, 4 or 5 years now?
Yeah.
And if you're looking to learn about selling on eBay and you want to start a side hustle, or you just want to make some money flipping stuff on eBay, you're in great hands. Paul's been doing this for a long time. He's helped a ton of people, and I put my full faith and trust in him. So, Paul, I appreciate you.
You bet. Thank you so much.
You got it.